We can check the audio. Can you check that? Time is missing. What do you think? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Okay, so let's resume. So what Krishna is saying here, what Sri Bhagavan is saying in the shloka, which is from 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, that Kalo Asmi. What is Asmi in Sanskrit? Asmi. Asmi means me, I am. Asmi, I am. And what I am? The Lord is saying Kalo. Kala means time. I am time. So if you see the translation, time I am. Oh Arjuna, I am time, he's saying. And what is this characteristic of time? The great destroyer of the worlds. Great destroyer. And I have come here to destroy all the people. And with the exception of you, the Pandavas, all the soldiers on both the sides will be slain. Except you, O Pandavas, O Arjuna. Means O Pandavas. Except you, everyone will be slain. So Krishna is saying. But the Lord is saying the main important point here is time, I am time. And the characteristic of time is a destroyer. Destroyer of everything. So let's talk about the action of eternal time. How the eternal time acts. So previously we have discussed already very analytically in previous sessions in level 1 about material elements. How many material elements do we have? 8. What are those? 5 gross and 3 subtle. 9 zones possible. And then we also discuss about karma. And then also modes of nature. How many modes of nature? How the nature acts through 3 modes. What are those? Goodness, passion, and ignorance. So this is how the nature acts through these 3 modes and gives certain karma or allows certain reactions to come into one's life. Right? And all these elements are engaged in carrying those reactions, and a person goes through the reactions, karmic reactions. So this is how the whole material existence works. But then what is the role of time? The question is, where the time is coming in between. Now we have discussed all these aspects, but what is the role of time? So the time does 2 things. The time factor, it does 2 things here. First is it acts as a controller. So behind all these things, the 3 modes, karma, different elements, the time actually drives all these things. Time moves all these things. It controls everything. The whole phenomena is controlled by time. The reaction, the 3 modes, time is a controlling factor for all these things. Second is destroyer, as Krishna was mentioning in the previous in the shloka, that I am time and I have come here to destroy everything. Not everyone, everything also. So the time moves everything towards destruction. Do you agree or not? One day I was brushing my teeth and one part of my tooth actually broke and it came out. I was astonished. It was getting, from a long time I was not giving attention, and it actually little part of the tooth broke out and it came out. So with time, everything gets deteriorated. Nothing will remain forever as it is, or fresh, permanently, right? Everything is deteriorating. The body is deteriorating. The stable will deteriorate after some time. Um, everything will deteriorate. Nothing will stay forever. So, what is controlling that? Who is driving that everything towards destruction? Time is driving. And who is behind time? Or whose energy the time is? Lord's energy. It means ultimately Lord is controlling everything through time factor. And Lord is driving everything towards destruction also. In this material world. Anything material will be destroyed with time. So these are the two factors. These are the two, what to say, uh, roles of time or actions of time in this whole phenomenon of how the material nature works. Controller and destroyer. Okay. So time is a very, very subtle factor, subtle aspect. We cannot understand it, but it's very important. Nobody can control time, but time controls everything or everyone. So it's a very, very subtle thing. We cannot even imagine how the time is working, and we can never imagine. We can never, what to say, even endeavor to control the time under my own self completely. So now we'll discuss something about the role of time in creation of this material world. Now there's a calculation. I want you to be a little awake. So let's have a calculation. How many of you like maths? Mathematics? Oh, then you need to tell correct answer correctly. Last. Without calculator. Which is very tough. But let's see. Okay. This is visible, right? Okay. So we will calculate the lifetime of Lord Brahma. Okay, let's start. Which yuga we are in right now? Kali Yuga. What is the lifespan of Kali Yuga? 4,32,000 years. It's written here, right? 4,32,000 years. If we take this value as x, so we'll use x in our calculation. If you don't consider x, if you consider every time 4,32,000 and try to put it into calculation, you'll go mad without calculator. I know. So let's put x. Let's consider this value as x. 4,32,000 years. What is 2x? 2x. Okay. It's okay. So that is the duration of Dwapar Yuga. Twice of Kali Yuga. That is 8,64,000. And Treta Yuga is 3x. And Satya Yuga is 4x. So now, all these together, the 4 yugas together, constitute what? One Divya Yuga. We call it a set, right? A set of 4 yugas is called Divya Yuga. So one Divya Yuga has these 4 yugas. So now what is the value of Divya Yuga? X plus 2x plus 3x plus 4x. How much it is? 10x. So 10x is one Divya Yuga. One Divya Yuga. Now, if we take 71 such Divya Yugas, that is called one Manavantara. Don't try to remember, it's okay. You can see the chart. Otherwise, you go mad, I know. So, one Manvantara is what? 71 Divya Yugas. So, what is the value of one Manvantara? 71 into 10x. So, 710x is one Manvantara. Now, 14 such Manvantaras is one lifetime of one Manu. Sorry, 14 such Manvantaras is called a Kalpa. Okay, let's first calculate. 71 into 14 Manvantaras, how much it is? Sorry, 710x into 14. Now we can calculate. 710x into 14, how much? 9940 x. Okay. X makes a life simple. No? Let's keep x always. Let's not solve any equation. So 9940x. Now that is called one kalpa or one day of Brahma. One kalpa, to be simple. And also let's add one more thing. 14 manvantaras. I didn't tell, but let's add 15 sandhyas also. Sandhya is nothing but when one yuga is ending and another yuga is starting. You can see this one. So the transition period of Kali Yuga to Dwapar Yuga, or transition from Dwapar to Treta. So that transition is called Sandhya. Okay, madam, it's like evening has happened now, day has passed, means Kali Yuga has passed. Now night is coming, like Dwapar Yuga is coming. So transition between any two yugas. So that is called Sandhya. Now one day of Brahma also includes, apart from 14 Manvantaras, which is 9940x, 15 sandhyas are also included. Now for your simplification, I will tell one sandhya is 4x. So 15 into 4x, how many? How much? 60x. So you can add those 14 manvantras time, which is 9940x plus 15 sandhyas time, that is 60x. So together, how much it is? 1000x. 10,000. 9,960 plus 40 plus 60. 9940 plus 60. Should I repeat? 9940. Okay, so it's 10,000x. So now this is called one kalpa or one day of Brahma. Now it is daytime of Brahma, not night time. Only daytime. Now similar is night time also. It's like 12 hours and 12 hours. And just to uh, relate to us. So half day is basically kalpa. So that is 10,000x into 2, night time also. Together that is called one day of Brahma. So how much is it? 20,000x. That is one day of Brahma. Now last calculation. No calculators. Huh? Let's see. So 20,000x is one day of Brahma. How many days in a year will have 1 year of Brahma? 360. It's not 365, by the way, it's 360 according to scriptures. So 360 into 20,000x, how much it is? Okay. Very sure. Okay, let's consider only kalpa, one kalpa, and then if you multiply it with 360, how much it comes? 72 lakh. The total means how much you think? 20,000 into 360. Okay. Okay, whatever it is. So that is the lifespan of Brahma. Can you imagine? It will come into trillions. You can see the calculators will come into trillions. Now, when we say years, right? 100, now 100, okay. Now 100 years is the lifespan of, that is 1 year, right? 100 years is the lifespan of Brahma, total lifespan. So that much big is the lifespan of Brahma. So many trillions of years. How much is our lifespan? Let's say 100 years. So our 100 years, if you compare with Brahma's lifespan, it is trillions of earthly years. Like if we have 1 year, whatever is 1 year for us, it expands to trillions of years, such years, and that is lifetime of Brahma. So can you imagine if you try to compare the lifespan of Brahma and our lifespan, it's so tiny, right? And still we have a lot of false ego. That I'm so great. I'm so great. I'm so great, and then we claim ourselves to be such a great personality in this world. We consider that if we pass away from this world, then the world will stop functioning. The world will stop functioning, and nothing will move. We think like this, right? A lot of false ego is there, but in front of Brahma's lifespan, it's just like a flash. Our lifespan is just like a flash. So considering this, a person becomes humble. A person who is actually practicing spirituality and going through scriptures and doing this analysis, he will realize, who am I in front of Brahma? Who am I? I'm just like a flash. Brahma will just blink his eyes and I'm gone. Gone, I don't know where I'm going to be in the next life. That also I don't know. Still we consider ourselves so great. A dog also considers himself so great that if someone enters into his territory, oh, he will just drive away that another dog. So everybody is so proud of their own deeds and areas and all those things. When I was in Northeast, in Arunachal Pradesh, they used to be so much adamant about their area. This is our area. This is our area. And there were so many cases that if somebody takes any challenges any tribal person of that area, they just cut that person apart. Cut. They have a Tao. They call it Tao. That's the a traditional kind of sword or knife they keep, weapon. They just take it off and cut that person off. Police can also do anything. So that much of you know false ego is so much that they are not able to come out of that consciousness that this is my area, this is my family, this is my nation, this is my body, this is my laptop, this is my scooty. so, so that's how it is. But a person who practices spirituality goes through scriptures. He realizes that I'm nothing. It's just a flash of time, this lifetime, and how these 25 years, 30 years have passed, we never know. So we have an alumni group where a lot of messages come, and nowadays alumni are so active in our college, and they are coming coming back and then having alumni meets, putting so many photos. And I met 1990 batch person, my batchmate or my junior or senior. I feel so happy. It's like nostalgia. I'm putting so many images, and people are becoming overwhelming. Overwhelming response is coming. So that's how it is. Such a short lifespan. They don't realize only that how time goes. When I was traveling so many times in Indigo, it's written how time flies. 18 years of excellence, whatever it is. How time flies. So I think it's actually true, but people are still not realizing. So a person becomes humble when one actually realizes that my lifespan is very, very short. Very, very short. Anything can happen anytime. Anytime. Yesterday I met one person in book distribution. So I asked him, I told him that Bhagavad Gita helps us to answer these certain questions in life. That who am I? Why am I living? Why am I suffering in this world? I don't want sufferings, but still sufferings are coming to me. Suddenly health issues come. I didn't want the health issues. It comes. Suddenly the CNG or whatever the gas goes off, finishes in the auto. I didn't want, but it comes. So who is controlling all this? I don't want suffering, but someone is there who's controlling. I don't want, but still it is coming. So why am I suffering? I want to get out of all these suffering. I want to be happy completely. So all these questions come. What happens after death? These intelligent questions one has to ask, and Bhagavad Gita helps answer these questions. He was like, I don't care about these questions. I don't think at the time of death these questions will come. These questions will come. He told, who has sinned? I told that you can see those persons, the persons are bewildered at the time of death. When the death is approaching, or at the very moment when a person is leaving the body, people are completely confused and the urine and stool comes out of the body. This is a sign that a person is so much in anxiety and confused that where am I going next? I have no clue. And whatever I have earned throughout my life, it is going to be snatched away. By the way, the Lord says in Bhagavad Gita, I'm not remembering the verse, he says that I come as death in Bhagavad Gita only that shloka is. I come in the form of death and I snatch away everything. You remember that? Mrityu sarvascha harashcha. Completely. They'll realize these questions will come at a time of death. So a person who goes through spirituality, he's an intelligent person. He's an intelligent person who is reading Bhagavad Gita, is taking Chakra of Bhagavad Gita, he's intelligent. And he asks these questions. And then he gets the answers also. He realizes these answers in during the lifetime when he's living. And when he's leaving the body, he's completely free from all these doubts. And he's completely happy, completely blissful, peaceful, sober at the time of death. That's the goal of life. That's the goal of life. At the time of death, the person is blissful and happy. He knows that yes, I've lived my life completely, nicely. And then he has realized himself, who am I, who is Lord, what is my relationship, and then what else is needed in life? That's the goal of life. That person will be stable at the time of death. Dhiras tattavinam bhavati. That person will be dhira. So, and humility is a very important aspect in spirituality. If a person is not humble, if he is arrogant, if he is having a lot of false ego, then it will be very difficult to progress or take up to spirituality. Forget about progressing. So it's a very, very important element. Why am I doing this analysis? To understand that we are nothing. We are nothing actually. So to understand our position, what is my position? That is why we are doing this analysis and putting into yourself, you into calculations like that. And everything deteriorates with time. Nothing remains. You have heard of entropy? The law of entropy. Entropy means randomness or disorder. Everything becomes deteriorated with time. Nothing will, what to say, everything will deteriorate basically. So there is disorder, and disorderness increases with time. The disorderness increases with time, and everything gets deteriorated with time. Nothing remains at the end. Even the transformations of yugas happen. So what happens when Satyuga is there? We have four pillars of dharma, which are there. All the four pillars are present. When it comes to when transition happens to Treta Yuga, one pillar is broken. One pillar of dharma is broken. What are those four pillars, by the way? I think I have shared it in session. Huh? Huh? Okay, let me tell again. So four pillars of dharma. One is austerity, cleanliness, mercifulness, and truthfulness. Yes. So when it comes to Treta Yuga, which pillar is broken? Austerity. Austerity is broken. When it comes to when Dwapar Yuga is transitioning into, Treta Yuga is transitioning into Dwapar Yuga, which pillar is broken? Okay, let me tell. Mercy is broken. Mercifulness is broken. So austerity is gone. Mercifulness is gone. Now two are remaining. What is that? Cleanliness and truthfulness. Now when Dwapar Yuga is transitioning to Kali Yuga, one more pillar is gone. What is that? Are you sure? Cleanliness? So cleanliness is gone actually. Cleanliness is gone. Nowadays, if we ask any person to take Bhagavad Gita, they say, my room is not clean. This is proof. Everybody will say, nobody will say my room is completely clean, give me Bhagavad Gita. I've never actually heard this statement. And most of the people will say, my room is not clean, where will I keep? I've heard multiple times this thing, and many, other devotees will also agree with this. And many times people don't take Bhagavad Gita because of this, that my PV is completely dirty. So my cleanliness is gone, and only one thing remains in Kali Yuga, one pillar, which is truthfulness, and that is still there. You can see all around. Truthfulness is still there. People are still truthful. That's why justice comes into picture. If something goes wrong, people will support justice. Justice should be given. It is still given the importance. But slowly, what will happen? Even truthfulness will also deteriorate with time. That is the aspect of time, right, or function of time, to deteriorate or damage everything. So with time, even the truthfulness will also go down. The degree will decrease, or what to say, the effect will decrease with time and current. And at the end, even truthfulness will not remain. So that's how even time controls the transformation of different yugas, and the pillars of dharmas broke or break with time, get broken with time. Even time controls the transformations of a day. Throughout the day, if you see, how many of you have experienced that if I chant in the morning, it feels so nice? Right? Have you chanted in the morning? Okay. Right? So naturally people will feel that yes, chanting in the morning or doing some spiritual activity, it feels so nice. Because there is mode of goodness at that time. Sattva good is there. But as soon as it becomes 8 o'clock, even less than that. In Bangalore, it's 7:30 only. I was talking to one of my colleagues. He was telling, if I leave at 7:15 from office, I reach on time. If I leave at 7:30, I become late by 15 minutes. Oh, the time increases like anything. The time to travel. I don't give just 15 minutes, and that too at 7:30. Can you imagine? 7:30 in the morning, 15 minutes if you leave, what to say, late, oh, the time of travel increases like anything, exponentially. So you see, because the passion increases, the mode of passion comes into picture. The sattva guna decreases and passion starts increasing. Now passion takes over a person, and we start seeing or we start hearing honkings, horns, people shouting at each other, fighting the traffics, and people intense discussions happening in the office when as soon as we reach. Sometimes I get stunned. Once I went to office, I got stunned actually. People are having intense discussions. Take some breath. Take some breath. Drink some water. Sit on your table, and then start. As soon as you come and start, they'll just start immediately. Passion increases. And when it comes to uh, the night or evening, when evening comes, the darkness rises, and what happens? Ignorance start taking over passion. And sattva is already gone, but now ignorance comes into picture, and a person is completely feeling that now I just want to take rest, and I just want to maybe take rest on the bed in my room, or I have to take rest in the bar. All the anxieties will be gone. That is also rest, right? People think like this. Let me go to bar. Let me have nice pets, and then I'll be in peace. So this is a sign of ignorance, actually. Today I was hearing Srila Prabhupada's lecture in the morning. Srila Prabhupada was making this point very clearly that why people are going to bars. I got connected actually. That's why I'm repeating. I'm remembering that point. Srila Prabhupada was saying, why are people going to bars? And even if they are going to bars, nightclubs, he was mentioning, nightclubs, and they are having sexual interactions and whatever, and they're drinking wine and intoxicated completely. Illicit sex and intoxication. They have wives at home. Still, they are going to nightclubs. And this is called punaha, charvita, charvanana. We scriptures actually say this or tell this that already a person has gone through sex life, intoxication, he has experienced, but still he wants more. It's like chewing the chewed. Already I've chewed the sugar cane. You all have experience, right? That sugar cane is there and I've chewed. And still we keep on, there's a different rasa altogether. No? To chew it again. Fold करके ऐसे निचोड़ के again we chew. कुछ थोड़ा सा रस और शायद बच रहा है. I will squeeze out the whatever rasa is still remaining and squeeze that out also. With that consciousness, we chew it again and again. This is that. That's why people go and again, thinking that I will get some pleasure again. Some more pleasure, which I'm not getting from my wife. They go to nightclubs and do all nonsense. And they never get satisfied because of this. Because there is no rasa. No rasa at all. Chewing the chewed. Already chewed and chewing again. Whatever is being chewed. No rasa is remaining. Still people are going mad, crazy. He was saying pramatta, mad, madness, material madness. So when ignorance rises, the madness rises. And a person is not able to control himself. Especially you see the sexual activities, a person is engaged in sexual activities at night. Whatever. At night only it happens, mostly. Because the ignorance is there. The influence of ignorance is so much that it pushes a person towards sexual activities, intoxication also. Many, whatever ignorant activities are there, sinful activities. So that happens. Very clear, very practical to understand. So time is controlling this transformation throughout the day. And similarly, Srila Prabhupada explains in his Purport to Bhagavad Gita 2.20 that even the body is going through transformations, changes under the influence of time, eternal time. What kind of transformation? 6 transformations. What are those? A person takes birth. The body develops and a person takes birth. Second, the body remains for some time. Third, it grows. These are transformations happening. 6. Fourth one is It grows and grows. Fourth one is it produces some byproducts. Basically, reproduction happens and then some byproducts come out. Or it can be any byproduct out of the body. Fifth is now the body starts dwindling. When the organs start failing, the body starts dwindling, dwindles. Gradually it happens, and then finally the body vanishes into oblivion. It vanishes. The body dies. So these are the six transformations. Now, who is controlling this? Time is controlling this. Soul remains unaffected, but body is going through. So the effect of time is on material body, not soul, because soul is material or spiritual. Spiritual. That's why we say spirit soul, not material soul. Spirit soul. Why we say spirit soul? In Bhagavad Gita, we see Srila Prabhupada writing spirit soul, spirit soul. And to avoid the confusion, it's not material, spirit soul. Soul is always spiritual. And it is beyond the influence of time. But material body is going through six transformations under the influence of time. So time is controlling everything. The same thing I explained. So time does this great task. Everything is transformed into nothing. Nothing will remain at the end. It doesn't mean that nothing will be there after life also. No, that is not a statement. Nothing will remain forever. That's the thing. Everything will be just ended. Will end with time. And that's how there's a great wonder which is in Mahabharata, the shloka comes. So this is being spoken to Yamraj. Let's recite the shloka. Ahanyahani bhutani gachanti yamalayam शेषः स्थावरं गच्छन्ति किमाश्चर्यम् अतः परम्. So this is being asked to Yamaraj. Hundreds and thousands of living entities are meeting death. Every moment. We see all around us. Ahani bhutani. Many living, countless living entities, Bhutani is living entities. Gachantiha Yamalaya. They are meeting death. They are meeting Yamaraj. Sheshaha Sthavaram Ichanti. But a foolish living entity thinks himself that I will not die. He's seeing people dying. He's seeing other entities dying, meeting death, but he still thinks out of foolishness, I will not die. I have so many years. Or sometimes people think I am eternal. Actually, we are eternal, but my body will never die. They think like this. I will never die. It's okay. So this thought, they never get this thought that I am also going to die after some time. Or maybe right now. We never know. My manager was sharing that cannot take the name of the company, it's not good. So we had a meeting, and then in that meeting, we were asking the experiences of all the employees. People were saying, package is not good, this is not good, management's communication is not good, right? All these things. Then he told, you want more package? Go to this company. I will not stop you. He right away told, he challenged actually all the team members. I don't take the name of the company. Very famous company, obviously, product-based company, VLSI. He told, go to this company, you'll get double package, triple also, if you like, if you desire. You'll get. But life will be hell there. Life will be hell. Do you want to go? Then everybody said, no. Work culture is good here. Work culture is very nice here. You're a good manager. So all this happened, and then he told about that company that recently I got a news. 3 people died, youngsters, died in the cubicle, sitting on the chair, in the premises of the office, in their own cubicles actually. They were sitting, doing the work, suddenly heart attack. Gone. This is the case. So they never knew, right, that I'm going to die this moment. But suddenly the death came, and they could not do anything. Has any person till now, till the history. He can be Alexander the Great, Ashoka the Great, whatever. The great, great personalities. Has anybody stopped death? Can you name any personality who has stopped death? We cannot name any personality actually. So nobody can stop death. Nobody can control death. If death comes, one has to go. One has to leave. So, and the important fact is anything can happen anytime. Death can knock the door anytime. But a person, sthavara means jada, or a foolish person who is dull in his consciousness. Sthavara. Sthavara means who is not moving at all. His consciousness is not moving. His intelligence is not moving. He is completely dull and he's not able to think this, that. Even if he's seeing around him, he's in his own family also he's seeing, but he's still not able to realize that I'm also going to die, and anytime it can come, it can happen. But so now the shloka is saying, Kim Ashcharyam Atah Param. Great. Other than this, there can be what else is a great wonder to think about? What is a great wonder actually? That people are seeing in front of their eyes, people are dying, but they are thinking, I will not die. Can you imagine? There's the greatest wonder in this creation. Greatest wonder, astonishing thing. I'm astonished. How can people be jada? Even after seeing in front of their eyes, they are like, I will not die. This is the greatest wonder. So that's why we need to ask this question: is there anything which grows with time? Now we have understood that time destroys everything. Now again the question comes, the follow-up question. Okay, the time controls everything, it destroys everything. Two factors, right? Two things, two functions of time: controller and destroyer. So it is controlling everything and it is destroying everything. Now the question comes: okay, everything is being destroyed. Everything is being destroyed. But is there something which will not get destroyed with this time, with this eternal time? Then the answer comes in Bhagavad Gita. So this is how intelligently we need to ask questions. Now this PPT is helping you to ask questions, but we need to ask intelligently that okay, everything is getting destroyed, but is there something which is not getting destroyed, which is permanent, which is not temporary? What is that? I want to know. And Bhagavad Gita comes into picture if we ask this question. So Bhagavad Gita answers in second chapter, verse number 40. That's a very famous slogan. Neha Vikrama Nashvasti Pratyavayo na vidyate Swalpam apyasya dharmasya Trayate mahato bhayat. The shloka is saying Trayate mahato bhayat. Mahato bhayat. Bhaya means fear. Greatest. Mahato means greatest type of fear. What is that greatest type of fear? We'll discuss. But before that, the shloka is saying Trayate. Trayate means delivers a person. Or it liberates a person. It helps or protects a person from the greatest danger. Mahato bhayat. It Trayate, it protects. What protects? This question comes. Now the shloka is saying little advancement on this path. By the way, there is a context or pretext to this shloka. On this path means on the path of spirituality. On the path of spirituality, in simple words. If a person practices Krishna consciousness, if a person practices spirituality, so little advancement also if he makes, there is no loss. Neha Vikrama Nasha Asti. No Nasha. No loss. No diminution. It means this little advancement also, if a person makes on this path of spirituality of Krishna consciousness, there is no loss, O Arjuna. No loss. Now this is a hope-giving statement by Krishna, by the Lord. That if you make little advancement also, there is no loss. But if you make little bit money also, there can be chance of loss. So this shloka actually is so much hope-giving that if you practice spirituality, it will be permanent. Everything else will be temporary. Everything else. Only a little advancement or whatever advancement a person makes in spiritual life, that is permanent. Apart from that, nothing is permanent. Everything is influenced by time. But let's say if a person makes little advancement, he starts chanting the holy names of the Lord, he starts reading Bhagavad Gita, he starts getting realizations, he advances in his consciousness, whatever, little bit also. he advances in his realizations, then that advancement is never lost. It will remain with him forever. When we say forever means after this life also. Even if a person leaves this body, it doesn't complete 100% of he doesn't self-realize himself 100% fully. If he dies in between, still whatever he has achieved, whatever he has advanced till whatever level percentage, it will remain, and next life it will continue. That's how we see there are so many small kids in we can see in ISKCON, devotees who go through Garbhadan Sanskar. Those who take birth in the devotee's family, the small children, right? From the childhood only they have interest in spiritual life. How come it is? Why not the other child is having so much of interest? And they are very advanced in their consciousness also, those children. We can see clearly actually, we can make clear difference. How come it is? How come it is? Because they have already made advancement in their previous lives and they are continuing that. They are continuing it. Because it is never lost. Now, when we now see, Bhagavad Gita is very practical, and we can observe these things around us. Now, when we observe these things, some children just pick up kartal without learning and they start playing like this. When I started playing, I was like, I'm not able to play even the slow beat, this one, kartal's beats. I took long time actually to take up to slow beats and came to fast beats. But small children, many devotees children, they take very less time to come to that point, or they start playing or singing kirtans. Very easy to remember shlokas for them, the devotee children. And even we see some people when we meet them on the streets, they're very interested in spirituality, and they start they show interest in Bhagavad Gita. And many people actually come. They tell us, I was looking for Bhagavad Gita. I was searching for Bhagavad Gita. I'm very happy. I'm very happy to meet you. Please give me Bhagavad Gita. They eagerly come and they take Bhagavad Gita. These experiences also happen when we go out for book distribution. So like that, we meet so many people who have advanced in their previous lives and they're continuing in this life. And some people quickly take up to Krishna consciousness quickly. As soon as they start chanting, they will quickly advance. Quickly increase the rounds. Quickly start reading Bhagavad Gita. Start asking questions. And then taking up steps in spiritual life. And within a very short period of time, there so much of advancement happens. We have live examples in front of us. So when we start observing these things, and we look at the shloka, it is matching in real life. So we get faith in Bhagavad Gita like this. Whenever we understand anything from Bhagavad Gita or read any shloka, immediately we should start observing all around us, in my own life and in the life of others. Then we get faith that yes, it's true. It's true. So that's how the shloka gives us this hope that little advancement also, if we make on the path of spirituality, it will never end. It's permanent. So if a person then the person becomes really enthusiastic that yes, let me make more advancement then. Why to make little advancement? Let me make more and more advancement. And the person who is really sincere, serious, he will say that let me complete it 100% in this lifetime only. Why to take another chance? Why to take another chance? Because we never know when we take birth again. First of all, we have to go through so much of suffering in the womb of the mother. It's really tough actually to be packed up. It's like you put if I put you in a sack and close it, and you're not able to do anything for 8 months. How do you feel? Or 9 months, sorry. How do you feel? You'll be suffocating. You will cry out, right? And that's a person, a child kicks, take me out. And then the doctor actually, they go to mother delivery and all. So much suffering in the womb, so much of suffering, so many health issues come, financial issues, relationship issues, so many things happen. But still we want to take another birth. Still we want to take another birth. You want to take another birth? After going through so many sufferings? No, right? So then the person who is intelligent, he will have a desire that I want to just end it. And I want to make 100% advancement in this lifetime. and he will act in that way also. And it will be visible in his actions as well, not only in his words. If he has desires, and action will be proving that. So that's why it is very important to think that let me not take another chance. I can die at any moment within this lifetime also. Let me utilize every single moment. That's why this question comes: where should I invest my time? And what will remain with me forever? So the Bhagavad Gita, this sloka answer these questions. I should invest time in spirituality, more and more time, and I should, and this will remain with me forever. And let me complete it 100%. Why to stop in between? Why to leave in between? We actually, we all are sitting here, right? So all of us have left spiritual practice in our previous lifetimes, and that's why we're sitting again here in Festival of Enlightenment. And we never know that in the next lifetime, also in some other center, we'll again enroll ourselves into this Festival of Enlightenment. Why to take chance? There's an opportunity given to us, so let's finish it. Let's finish it. Okay, there's a video. I'll not go through this. Now, last final thing, which the answer which comes is, the question which comes into picture is, now how do you utilize my time effectively? This is very greatest, very hot question which everybody asks. How to manage my time? So this shloka helps us in this aspect. Let's recite the shloka. The final shloka will end after this. Brahma bhutah prasannatma na shochati na kakshati samah sarveshu bhuteshu madbhaktim labhate param. Let me read the translation. One who is thus transcendently situated at once realizes the Supreme Brahman and becomes fully joyful. He never laments or desires to have anything. He is equally disposed toward every living entity, and in this state, in that state, he attains pure devotional service unto me. Now, important aspect, practical aspect from this shloka for us is, he never laments or desires anything. Na shochati, na kakshati. Two things. Shochati means lamentation. Kankshati, akanksha, right? Akanksha means desire. I want to have this also, I want to have that also, this also, that also, unlimited desires. So a person never desires to have anything. It doesn't mean that we should, we have to become desireless, but we have to mold our desires so that we advance in spiritual life and everything is taken care in our material life also. So we have to desire in that way. But he never desires in such a way that which entangles him more and more into this material world. So many times we are never in present. How many say that I am always in present? Anybody? Always. How many of you are in present, or how many of you were in present throughout the class or throughout the session? Every moment. Okay, no problem. I know the reality. So Shochiti and Kamshati happens every moment or most of the time. And that's why we are not able to be productive in whatever we do. It can be a material task also, anything which we do materially, or in our spiritual life also. If we are not in mode of goodness, and if we are not being able to be in the present, we are always lamenting either for something which happened in the past, like a pendulum, and we are going to the future at the other time. But never, as pendulum aise aata hai, it comes, just passes on. This is present, this is future, this is past. So it comes like this and quickly goes. It never stops there. It never stops in the present. Sometimes you have to forcefully stop the pendulum. Bhaiya, ruk jaye ek minute. Please stop. Please stop. The mind is like that. So mind is swinging, or our consciousness is swinging between past and future. Past means lamenting something which has already happened. I cannot control. I cannot change it, but still I'm lamenting. And the future or Kanshati means I'm having so many predictions, so many desires that I'm completely absorbed in those desires and not able to be in the present. So if you're not able to be in the present, surely our productivity will not be there. Will not be productive. Will not be effective. And the shloka tells this. But a person who never laments nor desires, he becomes joyful. That person can only be happy and peaceful. Nobody else. So we have to stop this pendulum. At least we can start for some time. Be in the present. Start practicing that, and slowly it will increase. It will increase. And one of the very important weapon or tool, we can say, for doing this is mantra meditation. It's a practical experience of many devotees. When a devotee sits, today Kartikeya Prabhuji was mentioning in the today morning when we attended the morning program, Shiva Prabhu was also there with us. So he was mentioning there are 3 doors. Like in Sri Rangam, there are 7 doors when we enter the temple, right? So last 3 doors. So one of the sannyasis in ISKCON, His Holiness Sachinandan Swami Maharaj, he was explaining what are those 3 doors before taking the darshan of the Lord. Those 3 doors for us are: first, the door of the body; second, the door of the mind; and third, the door of the heart. And it's all related to chanting only. That's why I'm saying. So the first, when we start chanting or start our mantra meditation, we have to open up the door of the body first. What is the door of the body? We have to sit straight. Some people do like this. And then sit straight. So sit straight. At least while chanting. So then sitting straight, because it will help us to be focused. Unnecessarily pains will not happen. ऐसे कुछ यहाँ पे वेन कोई आर्टिलरी दर्द कर रही है हार्ट में, यहाँ पे कुछ मसल दर्द कर रहा है, something is paining. So it's better to sit straight and comfortable also at the same time. Comfortably straight. This is important. Not stretch like this. Then will pain. So comfortably sitting straight, and then so that's basically the door of the body. So we need to do something so that our body is proper. We have to have nice sleep also, right? So that the body is light, not feeling heavy. And then the door of the mind comes into picture. The door of the mind is sankalpa. That now let me take a sankalpa that now I will just devote my time for mantra meditation, nothing else. No office work, no girlfriend, no pizza, nothing. No stocks. Only chanting. Let me invest my time here for just chanting. Let me sit straight. Let me have this sankalpa that I will just now invest my time in mantra meditation, nothing else. Let me forget about everything. Forget about the family also. Nothing. I just sit and chant. That's it. Now, with this sankalpa, if a person prepares the mind, and he sits with full enthusiasm that yes, let me now chant. I want to have that experience. When will that day come? When will that day come? Actually, we need to have a desire that if I'm doing mantra meditation, I want to get good experience out of mantra meditation. When will that day come? That I will just keep on chanting, chanting, and then keep on doing mantra meditation, and nothing is happening because I'm not in the present, right? So when will that day come when I will actually get the experience of mantra meditation, and I'll advance? When will that day come? So with this greed, if a person takes sankalpa and sits that no, I want, oh Lord, today let that day be today. With this sankalpa, a person, a devotee actually sits. With this desire that no, oh Lord, that so much time has passed. Now let me, I want to do mantra meditation nicely now. And I have to hear, chant, pronounce it clearly, the mantra. And by the way, this is the door of the body, actually, coming back to the body. Sitting straight, pronouncing the mantra clearly, and hearing the mantra, trying to hear the mantra clearly. And by the way, the experience comes of mantra meditation when we are able to hear the mantra ultimately. Pronouncing clearly and hearing clearly. Very, very important. If we are, and the speed should be such that everybody has different speeds. Speed should be such that I'm able to hear the mantra. That's how we should set our speed. Right? Some people can chant fast and hear. Some people have to chant slow and hear. Some people medium. So we can set accordingly. You know? Nobody will come and say that, oh, you're chanting slow. No, no, chant fast. No, 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 it's not like that. Ultimately, the question which we have to ask ourselves during the chanting: am I able to hear this mantra? Was I able to hear the previous mantras? Then answer will automatically come. And if we are able to hear even few mantras also, we get a very good experience actually. Very, very good experience. There is no doubt. No doubt. So that is door of the body, sitting straight, pronouncing clearly, hearing the mantra clearly. Body, the door of mind. Second door is the door of mind. That is like sankalpa. With this intense greed and sankalpa that when will that day come? Let that day be today. You know, with this intense desire and greed, let me chant it. Very, very nicely, sincerely. With sincerity, let me chant. And then the door of the heart, offering prayers to the Lord. That the Lord, I am endeavoring to chant nicely, but my endeavors are not 100%, or I will not be able to access the holy names. You know, please help me. When you help me, then I'll be able to do that. Oh Lord, please help me. Please help me in this endeavor. When you come into picture, you sanction. I'm endeavoring on my part. I'm having the desire. But when you sanction or you help me ultimately, then the endeavor will be complete. So with this, we can offer prayers to the Lord, and we can offer some other prayers like this. Uh, Harikshit Prabhuji, right? Prabhuji mentions that such a nice prayer that, oh Lord, mind is your energy. Mind is your material. You only saying the Bhagavad Gita that mind is your energy. Now you only control it. I'm not able to control my mind. I've tried so many times. But it's your energy. In a flash, you can control it. My mind is disturbed always a lot. So sincerely, we can offer these prayers with humility, understanding our position that yes, naturally, I'm not able to control my mind. Please help me out. Please you only control my mind, and let me peacefully sit today and chant. I want to have a good experience of chanting. I don't want to spend the days and so many days and not get any experience, not advance in my spiritual life. Let that day be today. So I do my sincere part, Lord. Please, you also sanction, Lord. Please control my mind and please help me, Lord. With this sincerity, if we offer prayers, then we open the door of the heart also. And when these three doors are open naturally, we'll take the darshan of. Basically, we'll be able to do mantra meditation nicely. So mantra meditation is a very important tool to be in the present. When we're able to hear the mantra, then naturally the mind will come under control. And a person actually, the whole existence of the person becomes peaceful and blissful. That's why you see the devotees who are advancing in Krishna consciousness, they're always peaceful and happy. Even though so many health issues come in life, so many financial issues come in life, but the devotees will never get shaken. How come? Because of the strength which they are deriving from mantra meditation. And they're happy also. We have seen so many devotees, live examples. This is the power of mantra meditation. And then a person actually becomes joyful. You see? Brahma Bhuta Prasanna Atma. Prasanna Atma. Because na shochati na kamshati. So like that. So mantra meditation is very, very powerful. And finally, we have to make time for spiritual practices. We take out time for so many other things. And by the way, other things will fall into place. I have a personal experience about this. One day was Gaur Purnima. I got a service to assign services. I got a service to assign service to other devotees. That please take care of the event and assign the services, decoration. Who will do wind up? Who will do prasadam serving? Who will transfer the prasad from fourth floor to third floor? Whatever. All these services I had to assign to other devotees. So I was thinking, today is a working day. Devotees are going to office. Some people are doing work from home. Now decoration is required at this point of time. Prasadam service required. This point of this is the schedule, so I was matching. thinking, will the devotees be available on time? Sufficient number of devotees. Now, main thing is vessel washing. So many vessels will be there. Huge prasadam will be cooked. Who will wash those vessels? We require sufficient number of devotees to wash vessels also. So I was tense with it. Such a great task. And I wanted to, that day, I was desiring that I want to chant nicely today. Today's God Purnima. I want to chant nicely. I was having the desire. So I sat. And suddenly this thought came, let me focus on chanting now. And Krishna will take care. Let's see. Krishna will take care. Services will happen on time. Somehow. I kept my phone away. I didn't call anybody for asking, Prabhu, will you be available for this service? How, when are you coming back from office? Okay, you're coming back from office. Okay, will you be able to do prasadam serving or prasadam transfer or vessel washing or decoration or whatever? Instead of calling devotees and messaging devotees, I kept my phone away, thinking that now in the morning time, let me chant, let me invest my time. I'll do it later. I'll do it nicely, O Krishna, O Lord. I'll do it nicely. I made this sankalpa and I made this promise to the Lord. I'll do it nicely. I'll invest my time properly with full consciously. I'll invest. Now let me be conscious in chanting. But astonishingly, I was really amazed actually that when I completed my chanting, I got up and I went back and lifted my phone. I saw so many missed calls and so many messages on WhatsApp. And devotees are coming themselves that, Prabhuji, please give my name to Prasadam serving. Please, can you put my name in vessel washing? And 6, 7 devotees they themselves came for vessel washing, which was a very big task to assign. So half of the task was done. So I was astonished actually how Krishna arranges. You know, if we are sincere, or if we are sincerely putting our endeavor in spiritual practices in our sadhana, then Krishna will help. The Lord will help. And many people ask this question: how do you manage the time? Actually, it's very mystical, very, very mystical. The Lord helps. The Lord helps. If we are sincere in our services, if we are sincere in our sadhana, if we have a desire, sincere desire to progress, the Lord will help. And that will happen mystically. Things will be sorted out. All the other things will fall into place. We will have this experience when we do this. Otherwise, not. If we make time for spiritual practices, then we'll have this realization. Otherwise, it never happen. So very, very important. And primary aspects of spiritual practices are chanting the holy names of the Lord. That is mantra meditation, reading Bhagavad Gita and other prescribed books, and hearing them. So chanting, reading, hearing. Hearing from whom? The pure devotees of the Lord. And finally, attending satsang. This association with God. Obviously, you have come to level 2, you are sincere, you have shown your sincerity. But if you are in level 1, we always ask this question. We always, congratulate that, oh, you have taken out your time to come to Saturday evenings when we have so many other options out. You have taken out your time. Now also. so, so that's how, this satsang is very, very amazing, very powerful. How many of you went to Shranga Patna Yatra? Shranga Patna Yatra, right? This time we had. How many of you felt that that was a power-packed association? How many of you felt personally, sincerely, right? Power-packed association. For 2 days we had nothing, only hearing Shravanam, chanting with the senior devotees, and dancing in the kirtan, having nice prasad, and sleeping also obviously, nice Kaveri bath. So all those activities were just focused on spiritual life. We just forgot about our office work and all those things. We'll just fully focus that. Let me engage my time. I've come here. I invested my time. Let me fully utilize this opportunity. And that was a power-packed association and fully very, very powerful session. Life-changing sessions. Life-changing sessions actually. So that's how it is when we have association of those devotees who are sincere, who have desire to attain Krishna. Then surely it will penetrate our hearts also. That desire will be penetrated. And many times, Kartikeya Puri was explaining to me, what is preaching? What is preaching? Preaching is transforming, sorry, transfer of the desire and consciousness of a devotee from his heart to the hearts of others. That is preaching. If a devotee who has a desire to attain Krishna, to advance in spiritual life, to consciously practice every single day, and having this desire that I want to advance, I don't want to waste time, then that consciousness will be transferred to others also. And that is preaching. That's the success of preaching. The desire to attain the Lord in this very lifetime, complete, finish the business in this lifetime. That desire, if it gets transferred to other people, that's preaching. Then the preaching is successful. Preaching is not about chanting shlokas, remembering shlokas, and just putting shlokas in front of the audience. No, that is not preaching. Preaching is actually transforming the hearts of people or transferring the desire to other people. That's preaching. For that, a person has to first implement in his own life. Should have realizations. Then it will happen that it will transfer to others also. And that's preaching. First achar, then prachar comes. Right? So that's how it is. So again, there's a very important session where we understand, we will wind up now, we'll understand that we have understood that how time is passing, the time flies. It never stops for anybody. And if we realize this point that anytime I may die, I can die. The greatest wonder is I'm seeing other people dying every moment. But I still feel that, oh, I will never die. I will never die. If we understand this or if we realize this genuinely, sincerely, little bit also, little bit, not too much also, little bit, then a person becomes sincere in spiritual. That person can only become sincere, others cannot become sincere. If a person continues without realizing all these aspects, then he cannot be sincere in spiritual. What will be the foundation? No, nothing. This is the foundation actually. This realization, this contemplation. That's why a devotee who or a person who contemplates, who reads Bhagavad Gita, and then he goes back and contemplates, introspects, that whatever I'm attending, the session which I'm attending, am I able to take at least one point out of it and implement in my life? You have to ask this question. When I'm sitting for reading Bhagavad Gita, am I conscious at that time? You have to ask this question. Am I realizing the importance of spiritual life? You have to ask this question. Am I realizing that time is passing? Am I realizing this? Or I'm just dull, sthavara? Or I want to fall into that category of people who are dull-minded. And suddenly the death comes and everything is taken away from them. And they become confused at the time of death. Do I want to become part of that category of people, or I want to become a part of that category of people? Again, in Bhagavad Gita only, the Lord talks about both the category of people. So I want to become a part of that category or this category? We need to ask this question. Who becomes self-realized in this lifetime? Although Krishna is saying that little advancement also will not be lost, but a person should be greedy in spiritual life that no, why little advancement? Oh Lord, you are saying little advancement, okay, it will not be lost, but no, let me make complete advancement. The Lord will be even more happy. Maybe he will change the shloka in the next uh, whenever he will speak the Bhagavad Gita next time. Lord will come. Yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. Right? He will come and he will speak Bhagavad Gita. It gets spoken again and again by the way. So yeah, that's how it is. This session creates urgency of spiritual life. We had one session, urgency of spiritual life, and that is life transforming session. Right? Again, if a person is sincere, if a person consciously hears, doesn't sleep in the session, then only the life will transform. We'll stop there. So, any questions? Any question? Any comment?
So we did completed the last 3 grades.
We did complete the
Last 3 grades. We were explaining the first grade, and after that, like second and third, we did complete.
last three.
Grades.
Body, mind,
Oh, doors. Okay.
Body.
Okay. Out of 7.
Yeah, we were explaining last 3 doors. We were explaining the first one and last 2.
No. I was explaining the last 3 doors. So the 3 doors are.
We just started with one and didn't complete last one. am I right? Just explanation wise,
Okay, maybe let me repeat quickly. There are three doors before we take the darshan of the Lord. First is door of body,
yeah.
and then the door of the mind, and then the door of the heart. Now you remember?
Yeah, but like you were explaining your of body and like you just wait.
No. I explained door of mind also. Right? Anybody would like to speak about door of mind?
greedy of the mind is like chanting.
Sankalpa, greedy also, yes. Sankalpa, right? When I talked about Sankalpa, that let me now sit nicely. Let me take a Sankalpa that let that day be today. That when I will chant nicely, I will try to hear the mantra nicely, and I want to have that experience, the experience of mantra meditation. I want to take darshan of the Lord by hearing the mantra. I hear so many times that we will have that experience when we hear the mantra clearly. But when will that day come? Let that day be today. With that sankalpa, with that greed, if you take the sankalpa, that's opening the door of the mind. And let me not think about anything else right now. Only mantra meditation. That is the door of the mind. Opening the door of the mind. Third is door of the heart. Who would like to repeat the door of the heart? What is meant by opening the door of the heart?
Offering prayer.
Offering prayers. Yeah, very simple.
Asking for help.
Asking for help. That's what. Asking for help that, oh Lord, I'm not able to control my mind fully. A little bit here and there I'm able to control, but still I'm struggling. It's your energy. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, right? The Lord says that so many times we have gone through that shloka, the eight material energies. That includes mind also. So mind is a material energy of the Lord, one of the material energies. So let the Lord control it. It will be more successful. Success rates are more, or not more, 100%. If you offer prayers with humility, understanding actually our position, sincerely that, oh Lord, I'm sincerely admitting that I'm not able to control my mind. Sincerely. Please, you control it. I want to have that experience of chanting. Please help. With that sincerity, why will not listen? Well, why will not Lord listen to that prayer? If a person is genuinely offering prayers, he's sitting as Paramatma in the heart. Even if we don't offer prayers, he knows our thoughts. But if we consciously offer prayers, he becomes pleased. And when he becomes pleased within the heart, then he sanctions it. The Paramatma sanctions it. And actually, the mind, many people share this actually. By offering the prayers to the Lord helps. And mind comes under control, and it becomes astonishing and surprising actually that how I was struggling to chant maybe 5 minutes back. Now I'm able to focus. I'm able to hear the mantra. My mind is not giving any thought right now. I'm able to be in the present. I'm able to focus and hear every mantra. That experience comes when we offer prayers and when we open the door of the heart. Right?
One more question. Like what will happen if the life experience of Brahma completed?
Good question. Although it's not a part of this session, but still, that's a good question. So, pralay happens. By the way, there are different kinds of pralay. Have you heard of pralay? Pralay means annihilation. Annihilation, right? So, annihilation of this world. So, pralay are of many types. And, partial annihilation, in broadly, I'm saying partial and complete annihilation. When partial annihilation happens, when it happens, by the way, after the end of one day of Brahma, right? And when Brahma goes to sleep at night, so the annihilation happens during the night of Brahma. But that is partial. Partial means not all the planetary systems. By the way, I didn't show you this picture. It'll be very nice actually to see this. I didn't show it. So these are the 14 planetary systems in our universe. This is kind of a universe, and these are the 14 planetary systems. Where are we right now? Bhuloka, the earthly planetary system. By the way, this is again Loka, means this is a planetary system. There are 14. If you see, Patala, Rasatala, Mahatala, Taratala, Sutala, Vitala, Atala, Bhuloka, Bhuloka, then Bhuvarloka, Swargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka, or Brahmaloka also, we can say. So where is Lord Brahma right now? He's in Brahmaloka, a planetary system called Brahmaloka, where there are different planets altogether, different from this planetary system, and there Brahma resides. And there are other planetary systems, Swargalok, where different demigods like Indra, Chandra, Varuna, and all those Saraswati, all those personalities, and many other people. We can also go to Swargaloka if we do pious activities. We can go to Swargaloka. In between, there is Bhurloka, Bhuloka or Bhurloka, right? And these are earthly planes. Here we have lot of planets. One of the planets is ours, which we call Earth. Yeah. You understood, right? So it's a these are planetary systems, by the way, systems. In every system, there are multiple, many infinite planets or innumerable planets. So 14 planetary systems constitute one universe. This is a complete universe. And like this, there are many universes which Bhagavatam describes. Srimad Bhagavatam. So what happens, right? So some of the planetary systems will be destroyed when a day of Brahma is completed. That's called partial. Not all the planetary systems will be destroyed. That's partial annihilation. I'm not going to details which planetary system, what happens at that time. But there is something called complete annihilation when lifetime of Brahma, the 100 years of Brahma, 100 years of Brahma's lifespan, not our, means those trillions of years, right, which is calculated. Trillions of years according to our calculation. When those number of years get completed, one lifetime of Brahma, then complete annihilation happens. Means every day annihilation happens partially, and then again creation happens to recover that partial annihilation. And when lifetime of a Brahma is completed, complete 100 years of Brahma's lifetime, then also trillions of years, then also complete annihilation. The whole universe will get finished off. And again the creation will happen when new Brahma comes. Or Mahavishnu will, through the pores of the body of Mahavishnu, many universes come out, and there will be raw material, which is called Mahat Tattva. Mahat Tattva will be there in all the, and raw materials, basically in simple words, I'll say, raw materials will be available in the form of small packets. In every packet, Mahavishnu enters. Mahavishnu expands himself, and he enters in every such small universes, we can say, or packets, as Garbhodakshai Vishnu. By the way, there are multiple forms of Vishnu also. There's only not one Vishnu. It's a Vishnu, right? No. There are many forms of Vishnu. Means multiple types of Vishnu. So Mahavishnu, he, through the pores of his body, many packets or universes come out. That is raw material. And then Mahavishnu expands himself spiritually. And then he enters in each and every universe as Garbhodakshai Vishnu. And when he enters, through Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Lord Brahma takes birth in every universe. So this proves that there are many Brahmas. There is not only one Brahma, there is not only one Vishnu Murti. Many Brahmas, many universes. One Brahma in every universe, by the way. So in our universe also there is one Brahma. Four-headed Brahma. There are many headed Brahmas also. More-headed Brahmas. So then when Brahma comes, already raw material is available, which is created by Vishnu. So Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, he, from within, he makes Lord Brahma realize, or he gives the intelligence to Brahma how to create, how to utilize these raw materials and create different planets. Now the planets are not there into existence in the universe. Only raw material is available. The 8 energy, the 8 elements. Basically elements are there, 24 elements are available. Now using these 24 elements, Lord Brahma creates planetary systems. Then each planetary system he creates different planets. He creates the bodies of different species of lives. The 84 lakh species, Lord Brahma creates using the raw materials, the material elements, right? So that is secondary creation. Secondary means Vishnu, Lord Vishnu has already given the raw materials. Primary creation has happened already. That's why we say Lord Brahma is not the creator of this world. He is a secondary creator of this world, means second step creator. Vishnu has already created. Raw materials has come. Now Vishnu has given intelligence also. Now Brahma starts creating. Now this whole prasanga comes in Srimad Bhagavatam. I am not speaking this. Srimad Bhagavatam speaks this. Lord Brahma is offering prayers to Vishnu, that offering gratitude that it is you, O Lord, who has given me the intelligence to create this world, this universe. Like that. So Bhagavatam proves that Brahma is himself admitting that I am not the creator, primary creator. Primary creator is my Lord, and then Lord Vishnu basically, and then I am the secondary creator. This how creation also happens again. So you understood, right? You asked annihilation, but ecstasy came and then creation also happened. So it's all very interesting actually. Srimad Bhagavatam is very deep, very, very scientific. If you take interest in reading Srimad Bhagavatam scientifically like this, then the life will become blissful actually. Will become blissful for sure, for sure. Even Bhagavad Gita is very, very practical. Very, very practical, very scientific. So let's take this opportunity to go through life, understand it about it scientifically. And when one understands scientifically the philosophy one understands, naturally he will progress. Nobody can stop him. So understanding philosophy is very important. That's why Srila Prabhupada mentioned in his lectures many, many times. This movement is not for sentimental people. It's not for sentimentalists. It is for those people who are the greatest scientists. The greatest scientists. So this is science. That is the greatest science. Material science is still not able to understand so many things. But Srimad Bhagavatam has many, many answers. Other scriptures have many, many answers. Or our scriptures, basically, Vedic scriptures. All the answers, I would say. So, but we never read. That's a problem. If I ask, what is the first shloka of Bhagavad Gita to people outside, they don't know. Forget about Bhagavatam. It will never come into picture if we don't read Bhagavad Gita. This is an opportunity for us. Let's utilize our time. Today we understood. Let's utilize our time. When will that day come when we'll actually open Bhagavad Gita? Yesterday I was saying to you, when will that day come when we will understand what is written inside Bhagavad Gita? Huh? When will that day come? That day be today. This should be our conviction. This should be our greed. Let that day be today. Why tomorrow? I have postponed many, many things in life. But let me take this opportunity. This at this moment. That person will be able to advance, and the Lord will take special interest in his life. He'll arrange everything. Okay, we'll stop here. Any other question? We are losing time. Time is very precious. But we'll have one more question, last question.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji. Krishna is form of Krishna, Vishnu is the form of Krishna.
Very, very important question you asked, which we will answer in one of our later sessions. It is very clear from Srimad Bhagavatam that Krishna is the source of everything. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita also that Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. Now when he says this, what does it mean? If you say that from Vishnu Krishna has come, then the question comes, how come Krishna can say that Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya? It means Vishnu is present before Krishna. It means Krishna has come from Vishnu, but he's saying Mattah parataram nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya. And there are many, many prayers where the pure devotees offer the prayers to the Lord, where they say, when there was nothing existing, you were existing. We're offering prayers to the Lord, to Krishna. When there was nothing which was existing, you were existing, oh my Lord. You were existing. It proves that Krishna is the source of everything. In 15th chapter also, Krishna says, I am the source of all the spiritual and the material worlds. Anything which is material, anything which is spiritual, and anyone also. Anything, anyone. Right? So Lord Vishnu also comes into that category. And by the way, in Srimad Bhagavatam, if we read, right? Now I am not speaking, Srimad Bhagavatam is speaking. If you read Srimad Bhagavatam, it is very clear how the creation happens. And if we look at many, many scriptures, we compile all the information, it's very clear that when we put the chart, we have a chart in ISKCON, which is official from BBT, the painting is there, or a chart is there. So if we look at that chart, it explains how Krishna expands himself, and Lord Vishnu comes at a very, very later point of time, when material creation is just going to happen. So there are so many personalities in between. The Vishnu, Lord Vishnu, when we talk about Mahavishnu, Garbhodakshai Vishnu, Shirodakshai Vishnu, and there's so many personalities in between Krishna and Vishnu. That chart is clear, and that chart is coming from scriptures, Srimad Bhagavatam and other scriptures. We don't read, that's why we don't know. But at the same time, philosophically, there is no difference between Vishnu and Krishna. Huh? Qualitatively, Satchidananda Vigraha, both Vishnu, Lord Vishnu and Lord Krishna. Satchidananda Vigraha. So there is no difference, but still there is difference. Huh? It's like that. We can understand better like this. Obviously, I'm not going to more detail, otherwise there will be so many questions, follow-up questions. We'll have a session. We'll understand slowly. But I'll end with one thing which will help us understand. Krishna is like the full moon, and Lord Vishnu is like the partial phases of the moon. So Krishna has all the qualities, the spiritual qualities. Out of that, Lord Vishnu manifests some percentage of those qualities, not fully. Let me be precise. Lord Vishnu manifests 60 qualities, and Krishna manifests 64. Obviously, there are unlimited qualities because the Lord is unlimited. But scriptures for us to broaden, in broad categories, we can understand 64 qualities. Out of that, 64, 4 exclusively Krishna has, which Lord Vishnu doesn't manifest. 60 qualities Lord Vishnu manifests. So it's like, now again, from quality point of view, qualitatively, Satchidananda Vigraha, both are Satchit Ananda Vigraha. The Vigraha which is Satchidananda, the form which has Satchidananda. But still there's a difference, right? When we understand scientifically, quantitatively, qualitatively there's no difference, but quantitatively there's difference. So I'll just tell this much. There are more details to it. So if you understand philosophy slowly, you will understand more, better, you'll have more clarity. So like that, it's very clear from scriptures, but some people sentimentally they will say, no, Vishnu is supreme. Some people say Shiva is supreme, some people say Brahma is supreme, or Ganesha is supreme. They never understand philosophy, they never read Bhagavatam, they never read Bhagavad Gita. They just say out of from the mouth. If you ask any question, they will be shut. But we will shorten the time next session. Okay, so we'll stop here now, and any more questions we can discuss during the summer. So we'll go for the Kirtan now. I hope everybody is chanting at least 2 rounds. At least 2 rounds every single day. That is a criteria for level 2. If somebody is not chanting 2 rounds every single day, please come to that level. Slowly we can increase. At least 2 rounds every single day.